things. So your hunger level, test it now. Your prayer life, test it now. Your word study life and your passion for spiritual knowledge that empowers you and translates to dominion. Are we together? Yeah. Your passion for the house of God. The moment corporate fellowship is something that your spirit disdains, it's an attack. Check it immediately. Finally, your service. I do not know how people live their lives not serving the purposes of God. Not necessarily the house of God, but that your life must be about the king's business. Now listen, tonight is a checklist. You know that you are successful spiritually if all of these things are working in your life. And I'm asking you now, be brutally honest with yourself. Remember my preamble before we started? You cannot be transformed, you cannot grow if you are not brutally honest. Can you honestly tell yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 that you have a hunger level for God beyond 7? Less than 7, you are still playing. There is room to step up. In fact, you get to a certain realm in the spirit where if it is not at least 8 or 9, there are certain things God cannot commit to you. Number 2, your prayer life. Are we together? Some of us can wait for 7 hours in the office of someone, maybe a politician, and you are not tired. The man will come out in your presence and say, you are still here, sorry. Say, no problem, chief. How about you again? I'm okay. You've not eaten from morning till night and you are waiting there, and you cannot spend 30 minutes in the presence of one who can touch the heart of anyone and redirect your life. You see how penny wise and pound foolish we are in the kingdom sometimes? Now I'm not saying there's to give honor to whom honor is due, but it will be stupid of me to spend 10-12 hours before men, mortal men who were once babies in the hand of a woman, waiting for favor, waiting to sign something, whereas in their hearts you can discern already that the answer is no. They are just playing around and wasting your time. Whereas I can go before the king. I cast my crown before the highest royalty. I am undone before your glorious majesty. You're the King of kings and Lord of lords. You are the King of kings. You are the Lord of lords, your royal majesty. Listen, most of you do not know what God can do. That's why you respect men more than him. I honor men, but I don't worship men. Everybody was once a baby in the hand of a woman. Listen, koinonia believers, let me advise you. This is the world of men. But don't forget that there is one who is the holder of every man's life. Any arrogant man can say tomorrow, if he wakes up. If he what? Wakes up. I lay me down and I slept. I only wait for the Lord sustain me. There are many people in history who did not believe they would die. They themselves did not believe they would die. Their tombs today are testaments that all men are like vapor, but there is him that does not die. Come on. I rather foolishly waste my life and waste my time in his presence. It is more profitable to waste my time in his presence than to gallivant around the world of men that don't have the power. And then the person tells you, well, I was also expecting favor from somebody and I was hoping if they give me, then I will give you. No, let me go to the one who gives all things. I know you don't believe me. Sujada nena kawo sarkin salama sarkin aljanna yabo nena kawo sujada nena kawo sarkin salama sarkin anointing was stored in a library or in a bank, Some of us will not even have up to 10,000 worth of anointing now because of the wickedness in the hearts of men. But thank God there is he that anoints men, that we can cry before him and he can see the sincerity of our heart. And whether you believe the man or not, God decides and says, I have found David my servant, and with my holy oil I have anointed him. I have blessed and it cannot be cursed. Cannot be cursed. Cannot be cursed. Listen, Koinonia, hear me. I'm showing you the roadmap to ever increasing glory. A man whose hunger remains, a man whose prayer life remains, a man whose passion for the word remains, a man whose desire for corporate fellowship remains, a man whose service to Jesus remains, is the man who you cannot do anything about till Jesus comes. I can tell you that. There are some men that there's nothing you can do about. The only way to attack them is to walk in partnership with Satan, to attack their hunger, attack their prayer life, attack their passion through pride and arrival mentality. We dealt with that. Attack their passion for the house of God through offense, and then attack their passion for service through exhaustion. You have finished their spiritual life. But for as long as a man's hunger remains, I'm showing you how to weary Satan in your life. Don't let men look at you and make it look like anybody can make you fall, anybody can make you destroy. You don't just fall like that. There are things that must go wrong when your hunger falls, when your prayer life falls, when your word life falls, when your passion for the house falls, when your passion for service falls, then your spiritual life will fall. But provided this is solid, I tell you, you are as solid as Mount Zion. Mountains will come and go, all things will come and go. You will stand like the cedar in Lebanon.